maybe I should have poured that extra bit on. Oh boy.
Oh God, no, it gets you good. Hey guys, it's Dan again here at Moyer and Sons. As you can tell, new backdrop, even better new guest. We're doing hot wings, hot one style, and this week we're bringing you guys with the classic Los Calientes. Our newest one is Mezcaline, and of course the last dab. We'll go through how hot it gets as we get here, but as they always say in hot ones, hot wings, even hotter guests. Here I have Peter. I've known him for a few years now, and a few people can kind of match my energy, my passion, and my determination in life. But spend a few minutes with Peter, and you'll see all those attributes are there. And they pour out of him. And see, the honesty as a human being, he's amazing. And he's a great realtor. That part's important, but he has every accolade possible in the industry. But more importantly is hearing from the people he has helped along the way. Facebook 5 stars, Google 5 stars, Redfin 5 stars, Zillow 5 stars, Yelp 5 stars. You can go down this whole alleyway of how good of a person, how good of a realtor he is, and what he's earned. But more importantly is he's an expert in his field. So that's kind of why we're here today, to talk about Peter, real estate, and eat some damn good wings. Let's jump in on some wings.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, here we go. 1,500 Scovilles, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It kind of smells like a chicken wing. Doesn't smell spicy yet.
Well, it's not spicy yet, but it's good. It's got a light spice. It tastes really good.
But they're calm heat. Now, that one did have some good flavor.
Absolutely.
Not as vinegary as a Tabasco.
It's definitely thicker. I like that. So, how did you get into real estate? What was that brought you from where your world was to real estate?
I don't think anyone wakes up and is like, "Hey, I want to be a realtor today." Guarantee you, they don't have that class in high school, middle school, elementary school. They got a little bit of you told me not to touch my face, right?
Don't touch your face. Yeah, specifically your eyes. It will burn, and it'll burn bad.
You never really think about getting into real estate, but the time was right. Something happened in my family where I had to take some time off to help family. Got into real estate. And never really looked back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome that you found something you loved and didn't have to look back. It sucks that your family had issues.
It happens.
It
There's
happens.
stuff, right? Stuff happens. And, but, you make good of what you can do. And the nice thing about real estate is there's so many facets and so many avenues that you can go down.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. That's how I got to meet you. But I feel like I met you before, even though we're a little bit different in age.
Yeah.
You went to Seneca Valley.
I'm elderly in Seneca Valley, correct.
Yeah. Well, I went to Damascus High School. So, I'm pretty sure we met somewhere along the way in soccer somewhere years ago.
Absolutely. Or,
we reconnected.
I love it.
We're like Tenacious D, but without the band.
What drives you? Each day, what drives you?
That's a good question.
As everyone gets, you're successful at what you do, you wake up every morning, that positive nature you have inside of you, what drives you when you wake up in the morning?
I like to do better, right? I like to do better, help others, and it's a pretty generic cliche answer, but kind of is the purpose. I like to view each day as a good day when I wake up, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
Got 24 more hours to do something.
Right. Oh, yeah. But, and I'm not one of those, hustle people, I got to get up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I do wake up around 5:30 a.m. I hit the Peloton.
Nice.
Just got a rower. My whole body aches.
Oh.
My whole body aches from it.
Okay.
It really does. Rowing is a very terrible exercise. It is a very terrible exercise. But yeah, just helping others and getting up, being with a family is what gets me going. And then that just drives me forward. And then guess what I do the next day?
What's that?
The same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
So it's not hard. Just
Yeah.
put your head down and go.
Yeah.
Yeah. This brings up the next Scoville level. So we go from about 1,500 to about 6,000. This one's got a nice green tinge to it. Let Peter jump in first. To go along with it, it is definitely by Hedonist, which is awesome. If you want these hot sauces, you go to hedonist.com.
Oh, Hedonist. Oh,
Hedonist.
by Hedonist.
Yeah, and so jump in. They're amazing. There's this one. There's also one more of a red flavor.
There's a hint of cilantro on that one. On this flavor. Maybe coriander.
That's so good. Oh, and there's a little curry in there.
A little sweet, too.
Yeah, that one's good. So tell me about your assistant, Patrick.
Patrick's my buddy. He's my four-legged assistant. He's about 12 years old. And we got him from the Frederick Animal Shelter many, many years ago. Fun fact, his birthday is on my anniversary. Mm-hmm.
Happy anniversary / birthday, Patrick.
That's right.
Was it a gift to you?
No, my wife and I were like, what should we do? And I said, well, what do you want to do? Let's go on a hike. She's like, why don't we go get a puppy? And I said, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And so we went and we looked at a couple puppies, and we went to the animal shelter, and there was Patrick. And we're like, oh, you're coming home with us.
That's awesome.
And the animal shelter was like, no, he can't go home with you. I said, well, why not?
You're a shelter.
He's 5 weeks old. So we had to wait for him to be 8 weeks.
Okay.
But the really cool thing between that 5 and the 8 week period, we got to know his foster parents. So his foster parents, Jenny and Steve, they were awesome. They were hanging out here. They were stationed at Fort Detrick. And they had some volunteer work over at the animal shelter, and it was really cool to watch. They have she has a book out. I think it's called Rescued by Jenny Williams, if you want to read it. Patrick is in that book. His old name was Lewis.
Oh.
From Lewis and Clark, because he's an adventurer.
Nice.
And he's been helping me with real estate all along the way. Unlicensed. He's licensed in the city of Frederick because he's licensed.
Yeah.
For pet there. But
but he's not a licensed realtor.
No.
Okay.
No, not licensed real estate salesperson.
Not yet.
No. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the government body of authority, the Maryland Real Estate Commission, coming down on poor Patrick? Oh, he's awesome. He is my buddy. He used to be a therapy animal too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'd take him to elementary schools, and children with reading disabilities would read to him.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So Patrick's like all around a good dog.
He's
the best dog.
Yeah, he's all around a good. The connection that he's made in the community is bigger than I, can even like put into words. He's awesome. He's a really good dog. So yeah.
Well, look for Patrick. He's the best assistant ever. Now, kind of on the Patrick realm. What started the coolest business cards I've ever seen? When you hand out a business card, it's not like a normal realtor or any normal business card. It's always got a kind of a cool picture. Or what started that? What made you go, yep, I'm going to be fun?
Good call. No one's ever asked me about that. So, a couple things. So, in real estate, it's pretty traditional, right? Like, you're working with people who have been in the industry for a lot of years, and it's a lot of times generational.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the first generation realtor, and I hope that I'm the last generation realtor. Children will be encouraged to do entrepreneurial activities, but probably not on the real estate side. If they get into it, that'd be great, but I don't think that there's any benefit for the family generation.
Yeah, passing it along.
But yeah. But you look at all the marketing; it's very traditional, super powerful in real estate. But you have to have a persona, right? And so I gave out one of my cards to one of my friends, Steve. And I was like, Steve, I'm so excited for this card. He's like, oh, you got your funeral picture on there. I was like, Steve, I'm very proud of this picture. He's like, it's so boring. I was like,
and he's not boring. I'm going to point that out. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. So I went out and I got, what did I do? What was my first fun picture? My first fun picture, I think, was me and Patrick.
Yeah. Like he was over your shoulder, right? That one? Yeah.
Yeah. And he's still there. He's on my website right now. I mean, that picture's on the website. I can always tell like where I get contacts from because of the different pictures of me and Patrick on the internet.
What years? Oh, there we go.
Right? Yeah, that's circa 2017, 2018.
It's a good year.
Oh yeah, that's good. Good one. And then so I was like, let's make it more fun, less traditional. So I did two things. I had a fun picture taken, which was either me and Patrick, or one was me doing the ice bucket challenge. Remember the fundraiser back in the day? I did one of those. And I mean, I turned a lot of heads for that one because I think that was my first one out there. But the other unique thing that I did, which I didn't realize would like cause a big scene and a big conversation point around a lot of my sphere. I took a horizontal business card and I went vertical. The phone calls I got from going horizontal. So they were like, "What are you doing? I cannot give out your business card for my friends and family because it's vertical." I was like, but you're okay with like my hairstyle? You're okay with, because at the time I had like shaved heads and shaved sides and an undercut. I was like, you're okay with that? You're okay with me not wearing a suit? You're okay with me pouring ice water on my head? Because it was a pretty cool picture out of a trophy. I didn't use a bucket. I used a chamber.
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce's Leadership Frederick Award that we won. I was pouring ice out of it. Turns out it's not waterproof. It leaks terribly. But yeah, I did that. I said, you don't have any issue with that. You have an issue with the orientation. So for those friends and Sphere and family members, what I did was I had a special edition, printed about 100 of them, horizontal cards.
So if you have one of those, frame
Collector.
that.
That's a collector piece.
That's a collector piece. That could be worth a lot. Send to PSA, get it graded.
I will autograph it for you. If you guys need me to autograph it, I will do an autograph for you. And I can even limited number edition them. No additional fee. I'll do it for you. Just send it in to me, to my home address, and I'll be more than happy to take care of it. But you got to breathe a little bit of life in it, right? And then, so two things about my business card. They're vertical. I like it a lot. The picture's fun. Kind of shows the story, like I'm drinking coffee. Try to make it inviting. I think that's the latest card that I have. But then the other neat thing is, we live in the city of Frederick.
Absolutely.
Right? And so Frederick, Montgomery, Howard, Washington, and Carroll, because it's a surrounding area. I'm pretty good at my area, right? And I like to build my referral network for outside of my area, because if I'm not an expert, there's no point in me faking it, right?
Absolutely.
I may as well just send it to get the client taken care of. But to really hone in on that, I have the city of Frederick skyline on the back of my card, just to tell a little bit more of where I'm from.
The whole card tells the story.
Yep.
See, that's awesome.
Front and the back, and it's real estate compliant. Has fair housing and the realtor logo.
Make your card be more about you than the generic card you see every day.
It's true. It's true. Got to follow your broker guidelines. But
yeah, I mean, within reason. Can't get too crazy.
And the real estate commission doesn't have guidelines.
Next wing up. Actually, I've never had this before. This is a mezcaline.
Mezcaline.
So we went from 1,500 to around, 6,000. Oh, sorry, 1,500, 6,000. This one pops up to about 180 on the Scoville. It's 180,000 on the Scoville level. So it's a pretty good jump here.
Can you tell me how many multiples that is?
I'm going to do a calculator addition later, and I'll go through that.
All right.
I will not do that.
Because I can't do that math.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to move on to the next one. This red.
Yep.
It's already a little bit different. It's red. Let's see. Ooh.
I can already feel the heat on my tongue.
You can smell like the chipotle. You've got like a chipotle pepper in there.
Oh, yeah. Just definitely mezcal.
What's a mezcal?
So, like, if you get certain tequilas, one of them is mezcal. It's got like a spicy, peppery flavor. It's really good. Obviously, I like mezcal tequila. Anybody's out there looking for a gift for me? Mezcal tequila or bourbon. Huge fan of both. I love that.
I was a little bit nervous coming on here. I was like, man, he's going to take me through the Richter scale.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm excited, but it's a nice balance. You definitely feel the heat. But it's sweet. I'm a big fan when people balance some heat with some sweet.
Absolutely.
Heat and sweet.
Heat and sweet. You can't just take all heat. That's not a real... That's not food. I want something that tastes good, too. As a realtor, you've also developed kind of a passion for teaching.
Yeah.
What has brought that upon, and what are you teaching now? Like, what is your...
Oh, good question. A lot of the classes that I would attend were basically like a dead man switch.
Yeah.
Where you take the CE, you got to do how many hours? 15 hours in the state of Maryland?
15 to 20, depending on... Yeah.
15 hours of continuing ed if you're a salesperson. And, I mean, you show up. A lot of times you go to your association because where else are you going to go for your continuing ed? Or I do have an affiliate link if you need me to plug it.
Go ahead.
mcre.theceshop.com.
And what does that do?
That takes you to the CE Shop's website, which is my affiliate link to them. And there's regular discounts that we give on CE classes through our partnership with the CE Shop. So from time to time, we'll have like 35% off, 45% off. Like, it's pretty solid stuff.
Yeah.
And you can buy your whole CE package as a bundle because no one takes the CE classes throughout the years. They take them when they need them, which is usually the day before.
But think ahead if you're doing CE. Right
Please
now, it's winter. It's a little slow. Knock out your CE so when you're busy again later in the year, you're not rushing to get 15 hours of quality, important realtor time devoted to CE.
No, it's true. But the other cool thing about not doing it all in one day is you do get to really develop different passions.
Yeah.
Because you get to take the electives. So, anyways, my business partner and I, Jonathan Coles, he's he's overseeing like 400 agents down in Virginia right now. He's like a big associate broker down there. Him and I were like, you know what, let's put together a fun environment where we can teach classes. We developed a fun little platform where we can share our passion for real estate, and we have partnerships with CE Shop. We can do CE classes and pre-licensing down in Virginia. Nice. We're trying to bring it up to Maryland. Maryland, we aren't there just yet with with our applications. Like we're waiting on approvals and various things. We hope maybe we get that ready by the end of 23. I don't
Okay.
know when that's going to
So
get turned
hopefully
around.
it's coming.
Yeah, but definitely we have Virginia definitely squared away. And then the other cool thing is we do nationwide classes.
Ooh.
So we do we have a partnership with the it's called REBAC, the Real Estate Buyer Real Estate Buyer Agent Council, which you can get your accredited buyer representative designation from. But you also have other certifications you get, all underneath the National Association of Realtor umbrella. So
NAR, guys. Awesome.
NAR. It's pretty darn cool. We're teaching a class in March, the accredited buyer representative in Hagerstown, Penmar,
That's awesome.
coming up in March.
So jump in.
Jump in, register. We have a lot of people registered, and we'd love to get a lot more. But anyways, yeah, bringing a new life into teaching, because if we can share our passions, our excitements with real estate, with other realtors,
Yeah.
it might help get them over that hump. Because as you've seen, your realtor friends that get started and they're in their first 2 years of business, they're hurt. They need someone to help pull them through.
They need that training. They need
do.
that training, but also need that support. And that's a lot of what it
support
is. Is that
is exactly
that
what it
teaching
is.
is huge.
Mhm.
So, well, we're going to jump in on the last wing as we kind
Last wing.
Now, this one's called Apollo Last Dab, brought to you by Hot Ones. Now, you can put as much or as little on this as you want, but always add just a little bit more on this.
Always add. What do you just?
This one, the Last Dab Apollo, has got 3 million Scoville. So we went up to about 180,000. Now we're jumping all the way to 3 million. Apollo Last Dab. And we'll let this one. Cheers.
Hey, cheers. This one definitely has.
Oh yeah.
Feel it already.
I can taste it
Yeah.
in my mouth from like 6 inches away, and that's not a positive thing.
Oh yeah, definitely yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. That's a lot of pepper.
That one's gonna catch up quick.
You should have started me with that one.
No, we did right.
Very good.
It's already getting into my mouth. So you're obviously diversifying a lot of what you do. Septic. What about septic?
That's right. Yeah. A little bit of heat.
Oh yeah. Oh, get you quick. I'm going right into the chocolate milk. I know what's happening.
Woo! Maybe I should have poured that extra bit on. Oh boy.
Oh god. No, it gets you good.
Damn, that one is miserable.
It's miserable.
Oh, that is unpleasant. Whew.
Talk about unpleasant. Tell me about septic.
Not right now. Oh my goodness.
Explain what's happening.
Like yet. Every time I breathe, my tongue is on fire.
It does hurt.
I need the Dumb and Dumber mustard and ketchup.
I don't know if we have anything like that. So your entire mouth's on fire. Like it's painful. You're teared up. The more oxygen that goes into your mouth, the hotter it gets. So you don't want to talk. It's painful.
You got me speechless, Dan.
You can feel it from the front of your mouth all the way to the back of your throat. It just sits there. Oh my god.
Gatorade was a bad choice. Ugh.
So when you first start eating it, it tastes good. It has a good flavor to it. Smells okay. Then all of a sudden, it just kicks you. It just kicks you.
That's hot.
Yeah. You can't talk sometimes. You just can't. Yeah, it's bad.
Ugh. That's one thing I am pretty known for is I am pretty confident walking into stuff. I always, even if I bite off a little bit more than I can chew, I always chew it out, get it done.
That's all this is. It's just getting it done. It's, at the very end, at some point in time, it'll go away. And you will have successfully completed.
Stronger.
You're stronger. Yeah, you're stronger.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
gosh.
I tried and ate a wing that was 3 million Scoville.
I can feel every one of them.
Yeah.
They're all accounted for.
Tomorrow
In
may
my
not
mouth.
be great, but tonight's going to be fine.
Woo! All right, so along the same vein of where we did the fun business cards, the school, we noticed that there's a need in the septic industry. So Maryland is redoing, or in the process, or almost finished with it, redoing their licensing program for septic inspections for resale.
That's cool.
So I thought, for my clients, whenever we bought properties with septic systems on the property, what I found was a lot of septic inspectors would come out, but really they would just charge a fee for their services. They wouldn't do a full, thorough inspection. You wouldn't get a full, thorough report with any pictures or video. You would just basically get somebody's opinion,
Okay.
and you take their word for it of what's in the tank.
Wow.
No pictures, no report. And if there's anything broken with the tank, because there's a couple components, at the end of the day, it's just a tank in the ground.
Yeah.
It's a very sensitive tank, right? Like these tanks have systems. They're a really important system of the house. And while the systems are basic, especially in Maryland, although you can get some pretty cool, complex ones outside of the state, in Maryland they're pretty basic. You just have an anaerobic tank that's in the ground with a couple baffles. But you have like a couple components you want to inspect whenever you're doing inspections.
Okay.
And each component is very important because if they're not there, well, they could affect the functionality of the tank.
And the last thing you want to do is have your septic tank not working.
Right. There's nothing worse, and everyone's seen Meet the Parents, than a bad septic field.
A real
Or
bad septic
a
field.
bad septic tank.
Oh.
Right. So what we did was we said, you know what we could do? We could create something that provides more value to a consumer, provides them more education, because a lot of my buyers, whenever we'd be out there on the, doing septic inspections with, when I was out there selling, what they would do is they say, how can we take care of the tank? So, a big component is education. So what we did was we put together a product that the inspections are done, we provide picture, we provide video, as well as an education platform that says, hey, this is the type of system you have. This is what it looks like in the tank. A lot of people don't want to look, but they're very curious at the same time. So they don't publicly say, I want to see what's in there.
But you
they're
do.
all about it. They're digging through our reports because I can see like who's viewed the report and all that fun stuff. And the septic report's always usually the first one to be open, like right away. And it's really cool. So yeah, we have cameras that go down the lines and all sorts of stuff. I don't do inspections on properties I have clients for, so there's no conflict of interest. But it's a fun industry it's a fun break from selling. Going back to the fastest.
So it's almost like you guys are the new front line of septic, where it's the new generation of how septic should be done.
It's been a fun little arena to kind of get involved in. So
The septic arena. If anyone wants to go into one,
give us a call because it's definitely fun, and it's just another example of just how good the real estate industry has been to me and my family and to my surrounding friends and family, because I don't like to leave them hanging too. I like to bring them with me.
Yeah.
I try to be as inclusive as possible, and it's definitely been a ride, but it's been a fun ride.
it's good. This has been a fun ride here.
Yeah.
We went through 4 amazing hot sauce. Last one kind of kicked us in the back of our throat a little bit. It was awesome.
Kicked us in the front and the side and
yeah.
the top
But
and the
now
bottom
I'm full
too.
of hot sauces and chocolate milk and Gatorade. So I'm gonna be a little out of it the rest of the day, which is awesome for hot wings.
Chocolate milk and the Gatorade wasn't interesting. I will say that, but
Yeah.
it worked.
It
worked.
We're better now. After a good 5,
Feeling
10, 7 minutes,
great.
we're okay. Now, first of all, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate
gosh.
it. This
Thanks
was
for
a
having me.
blast.
Yeah.
How can people find you? On social media, website, what's the best way of getting a hold of you?
Good question. So, and thanks for the plug again. My goodness. So obviously we try to make it easy, right? So on all my real estate handles, I'm P Murray Realty, PMURRAY I can't believe someone didn't take that.
Yeah.
It's been like that for a while. The real estate brokerage website, 4 letters, MCRE.com.
MCRE.com.
Yep, and then for the school, which I feel like I'm plugging way too much here. I should have more focus on these interviews, but you got me blabbering here because you just burned my mouth out.
You can still talk. That's so
I
you've
can.
done well.
I can still talk. My right ear hearing is starting to kind of diminish. Vital check constantly. Pulse is going up. But yeah, the school, Queen Academy Real Estate.
Okay.
So we have a website. It's queenacademyre.com. I'll get you the link for that one. And the septic is murrayunderground.com.
MurrayUnderground.com. Again, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate this.
Thank you.
Now we have to go recover because this was awesome. Thank you, Moyer and Sons. Thank you, Hot Ones. And see you guys soon.
See you guys soon.